Movie Chats.
Hello, and welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Chris. I'm currently dead, as you can see. Are you scared yet? Okay, I give up. I can't wear it. Oh, bloody hell. You alright, guys? Oh, no. That is not nice to wear. I can imagine wearing that for a few hours, going trick-or-treating. I don't think so. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Chris, a movie fan, a movie buff. You know, got a nice big collection of films, memorabilia, figures, stuff like that. So we created this Movie Chats show, and we bring on guests and we talk about films. And today, of course, it's Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody. Not that we can really sort of celebrate it much. We can't go out, we can't have people knocking on the doors, whatever. But never mind, it is what it is. I'm going to bring on some guests in a minute, but in the meantime, I'm just going to say hello to the chat, see who's in. Oh, my face is all marked now. Look. Let's see. We've got Tori. Hi, Tori. Good evening. Goat Jazz is here. You need to send me a message about coming on the show, because we're going to do one soon about video shops, the old days, getting the films from the shops and stuff, Blockbusters and all that stuff. So give us a shout and we'll organise it. We've got Matthew Wood. Lol. Yeah, it wasn't a great opening, was it? Great mask. Geez, it's been a hard day. Yes. Yeah. Matthew says, hi, Skeletor Dead Chris. Okay. Yeah, not far off. Walking Dead. Mark Stevenson looking good. Yes. Was that hot? It wasn't good in there. It was not good. We've got Matt Davis. Hi, Matt. Keeley. Hi, Keeley. Oliver Ian's here. Hopefully you'll be joining us in a minute. I'll look out for you in the green room. Yes, send me a message. Feel free. Matthew says, Ritz before Blockbuster was the days. Yeah, those were the days, going down the video shop. You couldn't beat that, really. We used to, I'll talk about it in a bit, but yeah, well. Oh, Oliver Ian's there. Hey, Tori. Okay, so let's see who we've got waiting in the wings. Oh, hang on a sec. Scott D. Hello, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us, people. Well, we'll introduce our first guest. Knows a lot about films and has lots of props. He's very well connected in the film industry. If you've ever seen his channel, it's Richard from Night's Life.
Hello, everyone. You all right?
You okay?
You all right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Good.
Do you want to introduce yourself to everybody? Most people will know you anyway.
Oh, I don't know about that. Right, my channel's Night's Life. My name's Richard, and obviously I do videos on my YouTube of just everything that I do in my life. A lot of it's reselling right now. And yeah, since 2003, I've bought and sold film props, costumes, anything that's used on the films, from Brad Pitt's jacket on Fury to I don't know, the syringe that Brad Pitt used on World War Z, or the number plate from the camper, and costumes as well. So, like, you know, stuff from most films you could probably think of. and we have contacts at work on the film. So yeah, it's all it's my passion. Films is more my passion than anything else.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hmm.
Great. I've just been distracted by the second guest in the green room, just, doing something. We'll see in a minute. Well, thanks for joining us, Richard. Anyway,
That's
cheers.
all right. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, cool. We'll have a good chat about horror films and
Yeah, definitely.
whatever else we want. The side chat decide we're going to talk about, because
Cool.
very much led
Just
by.
Say hi to everyone in the chat. How you doing? Hope you're all good.
LB Retro's there. That's Mad Bill.
All right, Bill. Have you warmed up
yet? Let's see what else. Hello, Tori. How's it going? Oh yeah, Keely says we had a local video shop called Playback. We also had a van that came around rented. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I seem to remember a van. You just go around renting VHS.
We never had that. No. Let's bring on the next guest. We'll leave the best till last, which means that we have to bring in Oliver Ian.
Cheeky sod.
Oh, nice t-shirt, yes.
Ah, yes, that's
right now.
Yeah. I've put on the Name of Land. Man with the X-ray eyes.
Nice.
Cool.
I thought I better make an effort.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Steve?
Yeah, I'm Oliver Ian. I mean, there's not much more to that, to be honest. I'm a bit of a film fan. I have quite a few films that I love, so.
Yeah, quite a few. Just one or two.
One or two to keep me going, but I'm not sat in that room today. I can't bother going upstairs.
Fair enough. Let's see. Well, should we just bring on our last guest? The mystery guest.
Oh, mystery guest.
And I needed a bit of diversity on the show. We needed to
here we go.
Show that we were not we're not sexist or anything. We need some female opinions and at least someone half decent to look at. So here she is, Bargain Belle.
Oh,
hello,
God, here we go. Watch their internet crash down.
I've been blinding myself for the last 10 minutes waiting for you to do that.
I've seen it. I've seen you doing it.
Fancy leaving me till last when I'm can't see.
Well, saving the best till last, wasn't I?
Trust me, this view is better than the poorly view that you've got without it.
Oh, you're not very well.
I'm not. I'm dying, and he was still adamant I was going to be the mystery guest.
He don't care, does he?
No, doesn't give an absolute.
I wasn't. I fully gave you the choice whether to come on or not.
No, you did not. Don't lie.
He said there were two mystery guests, and I was like, I bet it's Cookie and Belle.
Well, to be fair, with the look on Cookie's face, she's not impressed either. She's like, "Here we go."
She's having a fit in the corner.
She's tucked up on the end of the sofa.
Oh,
Hi, Cooks.
Annabelle, do you want to try turning your phone the other way?
What do you mean?
This goes against all my OCD. That's it.
Like that?
Yeah. That's better.
Goes against all my OCD.
It just didn't match with everyone else.
Why couldn't you afford to buy her a backdrop?
Oh, God, no. This cost me a fortune. This was like 20 quid.
At least she's got the comfy chair, to be fair.
Bargain Belle, do you need to introduce yourself?
No, I'm just trying to work out my phone here because I can't figure out where the camera is. There we go.
Oh, God.
Now you've made me turn it round.
It's like Cloverfield.
It's like, it's like the Blair Witch, isn't it?
You've made me turn it round, so now I don't know where I'm looking or where the camera is. Where you're
looking is fine.
That's fine.
Right, okay.
I'm not even looking at the camera because there's my camera there and there's a screen there. So.
All right. Okay. I
Well,
don't
do you
think
want
I
to
need.
introduce yourself? Do you want to say hello to everybody?
I'm the better half of Car Boot Chris's
Yeah, she did. Sorry.
show. I am the widow of the reselling world. when
The
it comes-
widow.
That's harsh.
Hey, that's the way it's going. That's the way it's
Well,
going.
I think
If I
it's the
want
same
to, if I
thing.
want to spend time with my husband now, I have to come on YouTube.
Sorry, Lou and Leo are out at the minute, so I'm expecting them to come bounding in any minute.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you all know me. I am Bargain Bell. I am Chris's sidekick. I wouldn't say I'm a reseller. I just go with the flow and assist Chris whenever he needs it.
So I wonder how many trick-or-treaters are going around tonight.
I've heard a load of fireworks go off round my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've not had anybody knock on.
Dogs aren't liking it.
No, we've
But,
not
yeah.
had anybody. We've not had anybody knock on here.
No. I don't think
not
they'll
yet.
bother this year.
Bloody hell,
No,
no,
I
I've not
don't.
got anything in. They're not having my sweets.
To be fair, I was surprised that Chris offered up his Haribos. I was pretty shocked with that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. He's got a stash somewhere, he must have.
I bought him two, the big multi-packs. I bought him two of those the other day because they were like selling them off like £1 each. So he's got
What, 'cause you can't get rid of them?
he's got like about 100 mini bags of Haribos.
There's too many. I'll just be if they're there, I'll eat them. If they're
Do you
there,
reckon
I'll
it'd
eat
be like Easter where they had like absolutely loads of Easter eggs left?
Yeah,
I
all
reckon
the
they're
Halloween,
pallets
all the
of them,
Halloween
weren't they?
stuff. Yeah, all the
Yeah.
Halloween stuff's been going really cheap for weeks now because they just, as soon as they said they were putting a stop to like trick or treating, nobody's
Yeah.
bought them, have they?
No, I was like, I'd looking on bargains the other day, then it's like that. Madness.
Are you eating
So,
them
yeah.
now?
Yeah, of course he is.
I've got some straw things.
Oh, I like them strawberry straws.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
aren't they?
There you go. Even though I bought him them 2 big bags of Haribo, we went shopping and he still literally filled the shopping trolley with sweets. He's
Well,
terrible.
my worst thing is there's a guy in the chat called Lee, and he owns an amazing sweet shop in Rustington near me, and he's been in my videos and that, and he does all the old school sweets.
Oh,
and,
it's awesome, mate.
and the American stuff, all the American stuff. So like you go in there, it's like Willy Wonka's factory, and it's just amazing. We've been in there today, and I bought a full size. It's just a full size jelly burger. You know the like Haribo
sounds
jellies,
nice.
but it's a
Yeah.
full size burger.
Do you get a discount?
Yeah, he did actually. He did give me a discount on it.
Colin reckons there's
Sick.
fireworks and screaming kids outside the front of his door.
Yeah.
God.
Let's see who else is in the chat just before we carry on. We've got.
Yeah, that's my mate Lee.
Oh,
Daniel.
yeah, your mate.
He's
Hi,
the
Lee.
sweet shop. He's a sweet shop man.
Nice. Can you send me some American sweets?
I'm a Lico girl. Can I have some Lico?
I wonder
love
what you was
that.
going to say then.
Some what?
Lico.
What
Do
the
you
hell's
remember
that?
It was like crushed M&Ms.
Oh,
Used to go and get like 10p's worth of Lico on the way to school. It's amazing.
Never heard of it.
What the
You
hell
make
have you been buying?
You've
Never heard of it.
Yeah, but you'd
Lico.
also not heard of black peas either. So let's not go there.
Sorry, what? Black peas?
I've heard of the black-eyed peas.
Yeah, exactly.
Black peas
Sure
you
tell
have
us
at
about
bonfire
black peas
night.
now.
Black
Do
peas
you
you have
not?
at
No,
bonfire
you
night.
do not have that at bonfire night.
Yeah, black
Exactly,
peas
yeah,
with-
thank
with
you.
vinegar on.
Treacle and stuff like that on bonfire night. Treacle
And black
toffee.
peas.
No, I don't know
Google
where
it.
you were eating. Was this some rabbit food on a field somewhere you were eating?
So nice.
Rabbit shit or
You-
something?
No, you've never lived until you've had black peas with lashings of vinegar.
Sorry, there's vinegar involved as well.
Just it sounds horrible, doesn't it?
You've sold it to me now, Belle. You've sold it to me.
Vinegar, a bottle of vinegar.
The bloody hell's that? Just a quick one. Vinegar jar. The fly totally scared me when he was about 14. Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't like the second one because I didn't like what happened to the dog in it. But the first one, yeah.
Lee's just said that they call it choc lick these days. Bell
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah, chot lick.
Ah, so you didn't say that, did you?
So you know what chot lick is?
I know what that is. Yeah.
Lee does. Oh dear. Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue.
It's basically crushed M&Ms. That's what it is.
Oh,
It's
I like
nice.
M&Ms. Nice.
You hadn't tried them crushed though, have you?
No,
Really?
I'll just buy a pack of M&Ms and jump on them.
Yeah, we've got a question from Lee. What do we think about Resident Evil being re-franchised in terms of a film? Love the games, but films are generally awful.
What, really? They're refranchising it?
I didn't know that.
No, I thought it had run its course, to be honest.
I quite liked the first
first
Resident
couple.
Evil film. I quite liked, but then after that, it just went all over the place.
Yeah, they're all a bit the samey, really, aren't they? You know.
Yeah. And I don't think the effects and the CGI was very good either.
What
I
did you? Come on.
I did have a load of the zombie costumes from the first Resident Evil, and I had the security badges. They used to fetch good money. I think now that someone's got a set of 6, and they're worth a lot of money now. He's got them framed. The security pass badges. I had hundreds of them from it.
Yeah. Did you see that Back to the Future stuff in that auction you posted earlier, Chris?
I didn't get that far. I started looking at the prices and I thought, I don't want to see something that I really want.
Yeah, they had the jacket from the second one.
How much?
Wow.
I think it started off at 1,500. It was expected to do about 12,000, I think, something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, 6,000 to 12,000. It said estimate, which is quite an estimate, really. But yeah, everyone I looked at, I was like, I don't think I can afford any of this. Absolutely none of it.
It was expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good to look through, though.
Steve says, evening all, sorry can't join you. No worries, Steve. We'll see you again soon.
No worries, mate.
Keely says Nightmare on Elm Street is also a contender.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I do.
My brother was in London Cardiff at a Comic-Con with his boss. His boss is obviously, people know that watch the videos. His boss is Brian Blessed, and he was at a Comic-Con in Cardiff, and my phone rang and I answered it, and it was Robert Englund, and he put on the Freddy Krueger voice and said, "I'm with your brother Steve." He said, "I'm with your brother Steve, and you're never going to see him alive again." You know, with his proper Freddy Krueger voice, and he was a lovely guy to talk to. Yeah, my brother spent a day with him up at the Comic-Con. But
that's brilliant.
And I've still it's an old mobile now, but I've still got it because I won't get rid of it because Freddy Krueger phoned me on it.
Chris, can we not have him again, mate? He's making us look average, man.
I know, yeah, I know exactly.
This one time.
Go on.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's all I've got.
I showed myself up in front of Steve Merchant.
We've heard.
Yes, I remember that one.
Oh,
that's 7 foot tall. You can't miss him.
That was terrible. That was terrible. I love your work.
Bad.
Love your work.
Who else is really tall? My brother. I think he was taking Brian to do the ads for the the accident insurance ads they do on the telly, and he saw Joe Pasquale, and he said he's over 6 foot tall. I always thought he was short.
Yeah, I did.
He was little.
He's over 6 foot tall, Joe Pasquale. Yeah.
Bloody hell! I wouldn't have said that.
Mm.
Whilst we've got 2 new guests, what we need to do is we need your top 5 films of all time before we start talking about horror, so that we can gauge what type of movie viewer fan you are.
Is this to gauge whether you need a divorce or what?
Richard, do you want to go first? Tell us what your top 5 is.
Right. Well, this is I don't know whether I should admit to this, but one of my top films I like is Titanic because I like the real Titanic, and
yeah, I'm obsessed with that as well.
Yeah,
I like Titanic.
Yeah, brilliant film. The Goonies.
Okay.
I love the Goonies. Back to the Future, obviously.
What is that? Is that the trilogy? Which one?
I like all of them really. I mean, the third one, I had a jacket made, a replica jacket of the third one. You know, the auto drying jacket. I had one of them. It cost me an absolute fortune. But
The
I
second one.
like all. I think I like all of them. It's just the films. I mean, I've got the trilogy box set and I always watch it. So I like all the Back to the Futures. Obviously, the first one's always the best, I think. So that's my third one.
Okay.
Jurassic Park.
Yes, get in
is
there.
just absolutely brilliant. I haven't got it anymore, but I had a replica Barbasol can made with the dinosaur DNA files.
No way. That's what cool.
And it did all the clicking. Like you take it out and it clicks up and all that. And my last film, I changed. I was going to put Fifth Element because I just thought that was a good film,
That's
and
random.
I changed it to Jumanji. Jumanji's just, I love Jumanji.
The original.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, but well, because I mean, I just love Robin Williams. I think he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah,
And
same.
obviously, when he died, I mean, I remember where we were. We were on holiday in, I think, in Poole, in Dorset. And when I heard it, it felt like a relative had died. It actually felt. I said to my wife, I feel like my uncle's just died. Absolutely crazy. Richard, going to unfollow you over Titanic. Sorry, Colin.
We as part of our honeymoon, when we went to San Francisco, we went to the Mrs. Doubtfire house.
No way, that's well
And
cool.
went to see that.
That's
Well,
amazing.
it would be apart from it feels a bit weird now because there's just obviously a family that live in it. It's just on the corner of a street.
Just some random
So you
English
have to
people
stand-
outside.
That's crazy.
You have to stand on the opposite side of the road to have like your pictures taken because they got that sick of people like going up and standing on
Outside.
the porch and stuff.
Oh wow.
And they've just grown these giant trees like on the street in front of it to kind of try and cover it up a bit. But
I'd be loving it if I lived in that house.
I think that's
You would,
like the old
Yeah.
Malone one. That's the one I want to go and see.
Well, I want to go and see the Goonies house.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
the
know.
one.
Yeah.
Where is that?
And also because obviously you've got the Goonies house, and just in the same town you've got the jail. So I'd like to go and see that one. I mean, I've put no horrors on there, but it's 5 films. It's so hard to choose from 5 films when
Yeah,
It is, isn't it? It is.
when you're nuts about them all. I mean, I've got stacks. I've got towers of DVDs here. I must have 2,000 DVDs in here, and then I've got a load more up my storage. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? You just collect them.
Redeemed with the Goonies, Colin said.
Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it.
Good point.
Yeah,
from
Sean Connery today.
I know.
Yeah, it's
shocking.
terrible, that, isn't it?
Absolutely gutted.
90 years old, though.
He was a
He had a good life.
complete silver fox. Him.
Oh, when he just.
Complete silver fox. If there was an
Yeah.
older guy, I would have had to have gone for Sean Connery. Would have been my man.
Really?
That voice. Oh god, that voice is so.
Would that have been him while he was in The Rock, or would it have been him with James Bond?
I actually quite fancied him in The Rock. Yeah, he was that.
He
There
was
was
good,
definitely
wasn't
something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris has just figured out why
Yeah,
she has
I
to
did.
watch it every 2 months.
Right. Well, an interesting selection there, Richard. Thank you. Very random.
No problem. I say it's difficult to choose.
It is. It is definitely. I counted Back to the Future as one film, but the trilogy as one.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to choose number 2, though. I think that number 2 is my favourite.
Yeah.
Right, Bargain Bell. What's your top 5 films of all time?
Oh.
You should have already thought about this. You should have your answers ready.
Yeah, you've had plenty of time. Which Sean Connery is it first?
No, it literally. He told me about 10 minutes before we were. He told me about 10 minutes before we were coming on, and I was like, right, okay. Obviously, I don't know which order to put them in because I can't say like a favorite film of all time, but obviously the Harry Potters are on there because I love Harry Potter. I love all the films.
Which one?
Can I count that as well? There's 7 films
What,
there. Is that it?
what,
Is that my
7 movies
selection
as
done?
one?
Yeah, is that it? Is that my top 5? I've got 7 films. Harry Potter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My favourite one. I don't know. It was probably the last, because the last one was in 2, wasn't it? And I quite liked it because it did have a really good ending. So yeah, but I like them all. I love Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But my favourite one is probably the first one out of that. My sister's sending me the extended edition box set, so I'm waiting for
Has
that
he
to
not
come in the
bought you
post.
then?
So something for you to look forward to, Chris. I'm quite surprised when I went to look, because I wanted to watch it, but we haven't got the Lord of the Rings.
Bloody hell.
I don't like it, me. I don't like it.
I've probably got God knows how many copies of it. I'll send you some. I've never watched them.
I love it. I love it. I watched them all at the cinema. It was literally like one of them where I wait.
It's frozen.
It's like a year.
Well,
Got Notting Hill's on there. Love Notting Hill.
Right.
Don't matter. The second that comes on, everything stops and I have to watch it.
Oh, my wife watches that. If it's on every day, she'd watch it every day.
And we did go to London, didn't we? And we went to Notting Hill to try, but a bookshop doesn't exist. Yeah, but the bookshop doesn't exist. It was never there, which I was quite disappointed.
Was you going to find the shop or Hugh Grant?
How many's that? 3?
She was hoping Hugh Grant was there.
No, I've got my own Hugh Grant, haven't I? How many times does
Well,
Chris
yeah,
say?
there
How many
is-
times
I thought
does
he
Chris
was
say?
Robocop.
You've got your own Sean Connery.
Fucking Robocop.
Yeah.
That's another good film.
Yeah, classic.
Come on. God. you don't have
Robocop.
to-
Dragging this out now, Belle. Come on.
10 things I hate. Yeah, 10 things I hate about you. Don't know why I've loved. Every time that comes on, I have to watch it. And I was gutted when Heath Ledger died. He was
He was
just
brilliant as a
He
Joker.
definitely finished on a
amazing.
high, though, didn't he?
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he was amazing.
Is that it? Is that 5? Got one more, haven't you?
Oh, I've
Come
got
on,
one
Belle.
more.
We ain't got all night, love. Come on.
Out of all the millions of films,
I
all
don't
the
know,
millions
all
of
the
films,
80s classics, isn't it? So I love. I'm
Pretty in Pink,
like Night's Life. I loved the Goonies growing up, and every time I have to watch it.
The Goonies.
Top
No idea
5.
what that is.
Top 5.
It's a bit more random than yours, Chris.
Yeah, very, very. You notice
We
there's
need
no
to-
horror films in there.
Yeah, we do need to sort of acknowledge the chat a bit because it feels like we're ignoring them, I think.
No, I'm at the bottom. There's only a few new comments. So, Judy D says Notting Hill is fab. Robocop's awesome, Lee said.
Yeah.
Love Robocop. Yeah, I think we're at the bottom.
I didn't even mention any musicals.
Yeah,
love
Keely, I
them.
wasn't impressed either. Yeah, you see, that's a whole genre in itself, isn't it?
Mm.
I'm sure Chris loves a good musical.
I don't mind, to be fair. I
Yeah.
really don't mind
I
musicals.
like The Greatest Showman.
He actually does.
I loved it.
We do. Yeah, we do enjoy the musicals.
We
But the original Robocop. Wasn't impressed with the remake.
No, that new one with the black RoboCop suit. It was a bit of a strange one. That didn't really do well.
No, it didn't. But then when the pictures leaked of it like that, everyone was going mental because he
Oh,
just
it's a wicked suit.
yeah.
If I had that stood on a mannequin over there, I wouldn't be too upset.
I was doing when you were doing a video the other day with him in there, and I was like, "There's so much stuff in there."
Oh, it's crazy. I've moved a
Massive,
load of it
mental.
up to the storage unit, and it's still like you can't see over there, but there's towers of it. And I've done another free pickup today of a load of VHSs, and
Yeah.
I picked up 350 music CDs, a load of them sealed, and
I've only just clocked
about
the.
about 150 DVDs for 12 quid.
Yeah.
What
Can't
room are
stop
you
buying.
in there? What room are you in there, Richard?
It's the
I'm
man cave.
down in the summer house, down the garden.
Oh, right.
He did like a tour the other day of it, and then literally just like finishing the end of the video, there's the mask in the top corner.
Oh, yeah.
I was well impressed with that.
Yeah, I've got that. I'll get it for you.
I'll have to look. I'll look that up. That video.
Yeah.
It was just, I think it was just one of his sales videos.
I've just
but
noticed
it's
the
literally like
Chupa
looking
Chups
around.
cap in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's up there.
Nicely placed for the show.
Well, there you go.
Hi, Dragonfly.
Yeah, so I've got just like a little African wooden mask.
Yeah, it looks like the one.
Yeah, I just bought a load of African masks,
He's
and that one was
cool.
there, and I just thought that's I've got to keep that one.
Junie
Along with
says my
everything.
favourite musical is Sunshine on Lee.
I've actually never got round to watching that. You
Oh,
know,
it's so good. It is so good.
I love it. I love it.
the fourth kind freaked me
Bizarrely,
out.
my now 20-year-old son absolutely loves that film. He says it's
No
one
way.
of his favourites.
The fourth kind freaked me out, Dragonfly said.
The fourth kind, yeah. I've not seen it either, to be honest. Mm.
Right, so this show is all about horror, Halloween, and the big question is, what films genuinely scared you? And predominantly, I'm talking about, back in the day or when you were a kid or whatever. But really, what are the most scary films? So we'll go round. We'll just give one each, and then we'll have a bit of a chat, and then we'll go and do it again in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll start you off, and it's not really one; it's a trilogy, but the Omen Trilogy.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I watched it as a child, and it scared the crap out of me. And it's mainly because of the music in it.
Mm.
The music was haunting.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
It was just a little kid. It was just pure evil. And
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I used to at one stage I lived in Putney, and where the big spike comes off at the top of the church and goes straight through the priest, that was just at the side of Putney Bridge, where that was done. Yeah. So
right.
and the head rolling on the sheet of glass.
Yeah.
It was just like.
That was...
And like you say, it's the music that does it. It's just just scares the crap out of you.
When you watch that kind of film as a child, it's one of them that makes it sort of hard for you to sleep, I think, and go to the toilet in the dark and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Go on, Night's Life. You give us one.
Well, my uncle kindly showed me this one when I was about 13 years old, I think, maybe a bit younger. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
And it was the hitchhiker was just absolutely freaky as hell. That was the start of it. Was the hitchhiker? He was just not right, obviously. And the other bit was where he's. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it.
I didn't know that.
Where he lifts. I can't remember whether it's a guy or a girl, and he lifts them up and sticks them straight on a meat hook. And it just scared me for years.
I know that bit.
Because I think with the older films, I think the older films are more scarier than the newer films because they were just raw. They were just so raw, and there wasn't all the CGI, and it was just pure acting evil, and it just came over on the screen. It was just scary.
Definitely. Oliver Ian?
See, I would have said The Fly.
Do you not think it was because it's a little bit more realistic as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I would have said The Fly, to be fair, but I think because that's been mentioned, I'm going to go with probably Candyman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
That scared the crap out of me when I was younger.
I had a massive film prop canvas of the Candyman at one stage.
Yeah,
I obviously wasn't allowed to put it up. But
I mean, I still watch it to this day, to be fair, but
you don't want to look in the mirror, do you?
No, not with that.
And not being funny, every film I see that guy in now, the only film I can think of him in is Candyman.
Yeah. I think I've got a feeling they're going to be making a remake or another one.
They are.
Yeah.
Go on, Belle.
Yeah, Keely, I said that. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my childhood ones are probably like everybody else's normal ones, like the Freddy Krueger and stuff like that. But I think for me, the one film that's always stood out, and I wasn't a child because I went to the cinema to watch it, but I obviously didn't read what it was about properly because I thought I was going watching a sci-fi film, and then it wasn't, and it was that Event Horizon. And
Oh,
seriously,
another
I
good film.
spent like the entire time in the cinema watching the back of a Coke cup because I was that sort of scared. And when it come to leave, I didn't even want to leave the cinema. I was like, I'm not going out that back door. I'm like, I'm not walking around the building.
That's another
Horrible.
brilliant film,
But
though.
I
It's
think
another
it's just because
brilliant
I
film.
wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally I agree with you there, because when I went to the cinema as well to watch that, and there are some genuinely jumpy parts in it that scare the crap out of you.
I think when Sam Neill turns weird in it as well, that's sort of what sort of freaked me out, because we used to have a space panel out of it, and I used to have Samuel L. Jackson's flight suit from it. I can't remember what his name was in it now, but I had his full flight suit, and it was
No way.
brilliant film. But it, you know, there were bits that sort of freak you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Lee Daniels has said about the Blair Witch Project that got him. I think I mentioned it last week. I think I was reading somewhere that they literally took the actors off the IMDb and all that, hadn't they? So
Have
they could, yeah. They did at the time. They took them off for like 6 months. So if you tried to search any of the people on there, they wouldn't come up as sort of actors.
Wow.
Yeah, just to sort of give the effect that it was real. But I mean, that when that started coming out, they were brilliant. And the same with the Paranormal Activities. I love them.
Yeah.
At least the first couple of them.
The first couple were okay, and then it got silly, didn't
and
it?
then they just go a bit beyond, didn't they, after that?
Yeah.
What's Cradle of Fear?
Never watched any of them. I've never watched any of them.
What's that?
What's Cradle of Fear?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No, I don't.
What was that one I watched the other day? That was a scary movie. That wasn't actually. What was it? I think I messaged you about it.
Oh,
Kill
that was
List.
a good film.
Kill List.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That was a surprise.
I need to
Yeah.
watch.
Sort of give it away, but it's well worth a watch.
Right.
My wife hates Children of the Corn
Oh, it's
Yeah.
freaky, isn't it?
because of that kid
I
Malachi.
can't stand it. Can't stand it.
Malachi. He was that's just a real strange film.
Class The Wicker Man as a horror film.
I think
Kind of.
anything with
It is
creepy
a
kids.
bit really, isn't it? Because it's sort of witchcrafty and stuff. But it's that was another good film though.
Yeah, that first one. That really
Yeah, not the
got me.
remake.
No.
Once again, the remake was rubbish, but the original with was it Edward Woodward? Was it? Was the copper in the original one?
Oh, I don't know.
Was he Scottish?
I think it was on a Scottish island.
Oh, I'll have to find out now. Who was in it?
Stephen King's It. Yes, Tori, that's on my list. The original one, that's scary.
Brilliant.
Ed
Brilliant.
Woodward, yeah. It was Ed Woodward, yeah. Christopher Lee Ed Woodward.
Yeah, I thought it was because he was a copper that went to the island and then he got done.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a good film, but years ago, that was a bit of a one to watch.
Yeah.
Keely says the Hitchhiker where he starts hitting himself. I've never been able to watch the original.
And then he cuts the other person in the back. Oh my god, it's just rotten. Absolutely rotten.
Keely says they are making a new Candyman, and she's very excited.
I'd seen something about it a while back, but I've not seen it. Obviously, COVID, I would imagine, stopped a lot of it.
See, I didn't think the Blair Witch Project was really that.
We saw an advert for it.
What do you say, Belle?
We watched when we went to the pictures. We saw the advert for the new Candyman.
That's where I remember it from. Yeah.
I forget where I'd seen it now, but I bet it was just on YouTube or something.
Ashley's just finished watching Death Becomes Her.
It's a classic.
It's quite good though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a classic. That is.
Bruce Willis is just so good in that.
Goat Jazz says the scariest films for him is The Shining. Yeah,
that was
The Omen. Just remember renting them with my brother when we first got a VHS player.
Yeah, The Shining was just.
It's a different level. That it's an amazing film.
I remember this one, Sphere, but I can't kind of picture what.
Sphere is that was the one with Sharon Stone. That was a sci-fi where they had the sphere like a light ball, and I think It wasn't Samuel L. Jackson in that. It was the other guy. I always get them mixed up.
They always get mixed up.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes
What,
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L.
and-
Jackson, Sharon Stone, and Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, it is Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. I think was it Samuel L. Jackson was on like a TV thing not long back berating the guy because
Yeah.
he mixed him up with somebody else.
Yeah.
The interviewer, he literally called him the wrong. But he said something about an advert for the Super Bowl or something, and it was the complete wrong one.
Well, my brother was doing an interview with someone, and there was someone working there, and they said, "Oh, Mr. Blessed, I loved something like I loved you in Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit," and he was not in it. There was loads of rumours that he was in it, and people do think he was in it, but he wasn't actually in it.
Just catching up on the chat.
I was just trying to think when you said the sphere then. What was that film? There was a film, and I just remember, I was thinking then, and it scared the living daylights out of me, where they were in some sort of a cave, and with different rooms, and each room they had so long to get out of it.
So we're
before,
going,
like,
we don't need
them or
roads.
something happened. And
Train tracks though.
I can't remember that one.
Part 3.
I vaguely remember what you're on about, to be honest. That Phantasm Go, I've not
I know,
seen it yet. I've got the box set.
What's that? Phantasm. I was going
Yeah,
to say
Phantasm.
about that. That was a bit weird.
Sorry, Belle. I just read that then. I don't know what it is, Belle. I know there's a movie. I can't.
It's alright.
Just trying to think of what it was. So they're escaping the rooms.
No, it's just when they said sphere, then it kind of brought it to mind because it's got a similar sort of name.
You guys want the extra factor is up at 10:15. Now though, where we're going, we don't need roads. We do need train tracks though.
What about? What do you reckon? This is probably one from quite recent. Us. What do you reckon to that?
I haven't seen that one.
Don't remember seeing it.
You haven't seen Us? It's by the guy that did Is it Get Out?
Oh, that one, yes.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen it. What's it about?
To be honest with you, if I told you what it was about, I'd probably give it away.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, it's one of those
I
movies.
might have seen it.
But it's by the director that did Get Out.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weirdo film as well.
Yeah, I did enjoy it though.
Oh no, it was a good film.
It's just not what you expected.
No.
Well,
Steve, have you got telly on there in the background? Or?
no, let me turn he's got his iPad on.
Oh,
Take
okay,
that.
sorry, mate.
Yes, all right. He likes it loud. There we go, bud. There we go. It's all right.
It was just interfering a little bit, but it's fine. You know, I don't want him to you to tell
No,
him.
no. I'll tell him that you can't be doing that. I'll just get told to move upstairs. That's the problem. You're home now. See, one of the things I've never seen is I've never got round to watching The Lost Boys.
Oh my god!
I've got it. I've never watched it.
That's a classic. You're talking.
I wasn't like overly keen on it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved the music to it. It was just
I like The Lost Boys.
Really good film.
Oh, here's some classics.
Was it Corey?
Oh, here we go.
Now that one, that was disturbing.
Yeah,
that
God,
was disturbing. And the second one was even worse.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah. There's 3 of them in there.
I don't know. I've seen 2. I don't see.
I think they did 3 in the end.
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell was actually quite scary.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's go round the room again for films that genuinely scared you. So I'll start again. I'm going to go with American Werewolf in London.
Oh, amazing film.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
Watching that as a child, that really scared me. The thing is, I never really had any restrictions as a kid. My mum would
didn't care for you.
She did, but she was very trusting, and she would come down the video shop with us and say, right, you pick what you want to watch. And more often than not, I'd go for horror films, and she would rent it out for me.
Mm.
So yeah, that was super scary, really scary. That is nightmares when they're walking across the moors, and then they have to start running and stuff. It's like that was bad. Go on, Richard.
Well, someone earlier mentioned one of my other ones that I was going to say about, and that was the original The Hills Have Eyes.
Mm.
It was just wrong on many levels. It was just it was just a strange film. Absolute strange film. But yeah, it was one of them that just got me.
Never watched it.
There's another one I was going to mention. But not
Annabelle won't have watched many of these because she doesn't like horrors. I mean, I said to her last night, choose a horror, and she chose Critters.
Sorry, what was your wedding again? Just, I'm unsure. What was it?
Walking Dead's not horror.
Oh, is it not? No.
Well, a little bit.
No.
Bloody hell.
Are you done,
Chris's
Richard?
idea. I just went with.
Yeah, no. Say that The Hills.
You just went along with it, didn't
you? It was just freaky, and I mean, I was going to say another one. There was a similar one to that sort of got me, and that was Wolf Creek. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Mm. I remember the front cover of it. But
Yeah, that's a proper freak out film as well.
I might have to watch that.
Mm. Oh, it's a good film to watch, but it's just
He says that.
it's wrong on every level.
Go on, Belle.
He says I might have to watch. You keep saying I might have to watch this. I might have to watch this, but the problem is you won't watch it on your own, and I'm not watching it with you.
No, you got to watch it with him.
Of course I will. I'll watch it on my own.
Sit down. Come here, bud. Sit down.
He laughs at me
Mr.
because
Bean.
the only way I can watch a horror film is with.
Sit down, please. Yeah, you have to watch it with him. Hold his hand.
Bless him. Yeah, the only way I can watch a horror. But the only way I can watch a horror film is if I put my fingers in my ears, because, like you said before, it's the noise that gets me. If I can hear it, I can generally watch it. So he gets really embarrassed because I'll do this at the I do it in the cinema as well. I'll stick my fingers in my ears so I don't have to listen to it.
It's true. It's half the sound, isn't it? If
And I figured if I can't hear it, I can watch it.
I think there's a bit of a delay, Annabelle, which is why sometimes we're talking over you. It's not anything. It's just there's a delay on the stream. So if you start talking, just keep going, and then we'll shut up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's his internet.
There's a 2-second delay there, which means people think you've finished talking and you haven't.
It doesn't help that I can still hear you upstairs, even though I've got headphones in. So I got it in like surround sound.
Yeah, never mind. All right, we'll do our best.
Right, so I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Go on, Steve.
The Evil Dead. One. The first one that scared the living crap out of me.
Yeah, same as that.
Yeah,
just evil.
I still enjoy it, but it's just that first one. Whereas the other ones were a bit more sort of slapstick.
It was that first witch in the trapdoor, like in the cabin, and then the trees grabbing her outside, and like you say, the follow-ons from that, like where he goes into the future or wherever it is, and then he turns really small, and it just went a bit too far for me. All the new ones.
They start getting a bit like comedy, don't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed the third one. In fact, I enjoyed them all. But it's just that first one. You sort of, like you say, there's quite a few jumpy parts in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Salem's Lot was a great movie to make you jump. Oh, I've got that on DVD. I haven't watched it.
I picked it up on DVD the other day. So I ain't got around to watching that. Oh, 1 second. Oh.
Run along cable to Annabelle.
I think to watch all these films, to watch all these films, there, you're going to have to do like some live film watches with these guys because I'm not watching any of them.
I think just a running commentary is probably going to do because the last time we tried that, it didn't pan too well.
No, it didn't work very well doing the watch along because people were starting to get delays, and it just didn't happen. It was quite confusing, I think.
So I picked this up the other day. It's not thingy related, but
another good.
I just thought it was pretty cool. It's got like a little book and everything in it. I've got the Blu-ray anyway. It's like it comes with all these like bits in it.
Oh, right, that's cool. It's got some extras in that.
The music as well. It's got the soundtrack and the DVD.
Mm.
Oh, I'm having that.
You can't resist, can you? When you see something like that, you just can't resist it.
I'm
Well,
not used to see.
Go on.
I'm just not used to seeing it like that. So I was like, I'll pick that up.
Well, that's why I wanted to buy the new Flash Gordon one, the 40th anniversary, because it's got the Blu-ray, the DVD, it's got loads of other bits in it. It's got After Flash, it's got a Flash Sew On badge. It's got loads of stuff in it.
You just reminded me. This is
So
how sad it gets.
It's about 60 quid.
This is one for you, Chris.
Go on.
Oh, look at that.
What version is it?
It's the Ultimate Trilogy that came out this week or the week before.
Oh, yeah. I saw Zavi was selling it.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like it says like over an hour's worth of new bonus stuff. I mean, I've got it on Steelbook and I've got it probably in another different way as well. But I saw it in Asda. I was like, I've got to pick that up. It was only like 15 quid to be fair.
Oh, nice.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
But
I nearly got you that for your birthday.
Did you?
No, I just
That's
don't care.
not good, is it? Nearly.
Yeah.
Matt says Pet
I figured you
Cemetery
would
and
want it
People Under the
again. Like I
Stairs.
said, you've already got it.
This has got more features.
Pet Cemetery was good, the original. Right, Annabelle, you're next. Films that scared you to death.
Well, firstly, I've just found the name of that one that I was trying to figure out. It's called The Cube. I remember that.
Yeah,
one
someone
being
mentioned it
quite
earlier.
Scary, but no, the ones from when I was younger that it was one of them where you used to dare each other to watch. It was the Amityville horror that used to scare the life out of
Oh,
me.
the Amityville,
Yeah. That was bad one at the house that was possessed.
When I met my wife, we were 14 years old and we were at a holiday camp in Devon. And my granddad took me and her parents took her. And we met and like there was a little group of us and we met and we were just stuck together for the whole week. And obviously it was 1 week in 1984. I never saw her for 20 odd years. And then Facebook happens and then like, you end up married. But we watched, we snuck into the TV room on holiday, about 4 or 5 of us, and we watched the Amityville horror. Oh my God.
Yeah, scary, isn't it?
You hear a little branch tap on the back window and things like that, and it's just sets you off.
The remake was terrible, wasn't it? It just was not scary at all.
No, it's rubbish.
Can you think of a modern day horror that is actually scary? You know, within the last 10 years, I can't think of anything.
The Ring.
I think that's not 10 years. That's older than that. The Ring.
Yeah, but the remake or the Japanese version.
Oh, here he goes.
The Japanese version.
Yeah, the Japanese version is scary. The remake's not scary.
I don't think I can actually think of a new horror film that's scary.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dragonfly.
Is anything? Oh, Tori says Hostel.
Again, not 10 years.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of that where he.
Yeah, that was good, Hostel.
They're torturing people. Yeah, that's
not like scary though, is it? Gory, but not scary.
Yeah, gory and it's just one of them that you think that could actually happen.
2006, that film.
It's not like Aliens or anything like that. Aliens or E.T. You know, E.T.'s not scary, but it's not like something that's fantasy. Things like that could actually happen. And when you think of that, it just makes it. I think that thought makes it scary that it could be real. People are paying millions of pounds for people to be snatched off the streets, and so you can just torture them and do what you want. You know, it could go on.
The thing is, it's believable. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still quite a few movies that are sort of jump scares rather than sort of scares. It's either really gory or it's jump scares, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Fargo. Hole in the ground with a little. Oh, the Babadook.
Mm.
Still don't think it was particularly scary.
Yeah, but you've grown up watching whatever scary movie you wanted to watch, Chris.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you're immune to it now.
He's immune, yeah.
Yeah, The Nun. That was quite a good film. I'll tell you one I didn't like was the Exorcism
I
of
don't
Emily
think I've
Rose.
watched a horror.
That was a bit of a freaky one.
The
Yeah,
Exorcism
probably.
of Emily Rose.
Emily Rose.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Annabelle, what did you say?
I was going to say, I don't think I've watched a horror in the last 10 years, so I'm a bit stuck on this one.
Well, somebody mentioned, I'm not sure if it was in the movie chats group on Facebook, but there's something on Netflix at the moment that's supposed to be scary. But can you remember the name of it, anyone? It's on the group. Do you remember, Annabelle?
I'm getting a really poor connection. It's just breaking up. I'm not hearing what you're saying properly.
Should I shout down the stairs? Can you remember that Netflix film? It's still a delay.
Is it something like His House?
His House. It's something like that, isn't it? I don't know. I need to check the group.
Yeah, someone's put on there, Steve Davison, watching His House on Netflix and something myself. Might be a while before I go to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. I think we're going to watch that.
Yeah, I might have to put that on.
We're going to watch it after
Did you hear that, Bill? We're going to watch that.
Yeah,
That's you and Chris.
Yes.
Twice.
You're going to watch it? Yeah, you're going to watch twice. I don't think there's two of them. I think there's only one. Yeah, one. Yeah, one.
Dave, her brain's on delay.
Oh, dear.
We'll go. She's got like, how long's your delay? It's about 30 seconds.
No. What else is better than a couch and a movie?
I'm going to leave you to it.
All right.
Here's the movie.
What do you say, Annabelle? This is like a comedy.
They're in the same house, and it's like.
I said, I'm going to leave you to
30
it.
seconds.
Oh, are you leaving us to it? Okay.
Yeah, she said she's going to get His House ready for you to watch later.
Get it lined up.
Bye,
Right,
Belle.
See you, Bill.
Yeah, you'll see you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
I'll have some tea in a bit as well if you want to get something on the go.
Oh, nice.
Jumping ship. Bloody hell, that was hard work. That was hard work.
The fact that it's delayed and you're both in the same house, that's hilarious.
It's shocking. I could hear everything she was saying, and then it was on there, and then there was a delay, and then you guys were butting in, and it's like, oh, it's fucking bastard.
That was a 30-second
Oh,
delay.
that was classic.
Go on, get out.
Took her less time to get up the stairs.
She does it all the time. It pisses me off. I'm brushing my teeth at night or something. I come out of the bathroom, she literally jumps out at me.
Chris constantly on edge.
I am. That's why I'm a nervous wreck. Very good, very good. Right. Oh, Tori already said, Annabelle, I think you need to call it a day. Carl says, I'll watch that tonight. It's called His House.
Yeah, I might watch that.
Yeah. I've not watched anything that's been really scary for a while.
No.
Thanks, Belle. Bye, Belle. Just proves Chris can't do it. Scary movie in the Chris and Bell house. Okay, we'll go. I've got another one on my list, and that is Poltergeist, the original one.
Yeah, that was another.
Yeah.
Film.
That's pretty freaky. That.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
These are all films that I watched like when I was a child. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that like you say, the older you get, and Dave said it earlier on, the older you get, the more you sort of not tolerant to it, but it's not as bad anymore. The stuff that's coming out now, CGI.
It's just not as good.
You know what I mean?
it was much better when they used proper animated like puppets and stuff. It was much scarier when they did that.
Yeah, 100%.
Queenie Conquest says just watched his
What
house.
do you reckon to it?
She's give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, so it must be. I might check that out.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got any more on your list there, Richard?
Well, the other one, someone mentioned it when I mentioned the trilogy, but the first, the original film of I Spit on Your Grave, because it was banned. It was actually banned for a while.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so that one was a bit of a strange one, but yeah, that was a banned film. That got me a little bit, where she chopped his bits off in the bath.
Yeah,
that was a bit of a dodgy film.
Yeah, definitely. Steve, we're getting quite a lot of. We can literally hear everything.
All right, okay. Well, it's because I've got a decent set of headphones.
Sorry, mate. It's probably I don't know if it's like your microphone on your laptop or something.
No, it's just purely because he likes to have the tablet loud. I'll just sit up here for now. Sod it.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, it was.
It's all right.
It were really loud.
No, it's all right. I can see you moaning. Fine.
Why don't you go and sit in your? Why don't you go in your DVD?
I'll sit on the floor. It's fine, mate. You know, I'm all right. Don't worry about it.
Have you got any others, Steve, where you're genuinely scared after watching it?
I think Psycho got me when I was younger. To be fair, that was a bit. That was a bit of a dodgy movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Hitchcock stuff now, but when I was watching it originally, that's the mum upstairs or mother.
Yeah, good film.
Yeah,
See, when I was really young, it was the Hammer horrors that got me. When I was really young, because some of them were just.
Oh gosh, yeah.
When you're really young and you're watching things like that, it's some of the Hammer horrors were good.
Have you ever been to any of the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal?
Oh, I loved it.
No.
When did you go, Steve?
I went many years ago. I went in 93 and 98.
Can you remember any of the houses or any of the things you went around? What was the theme?
To be honest with you, I think back then, I don't think there really was houses. It was just like the whole place. They didn't really do that in the same way they do now. I mean, somewhere I've been dying to get back to be honest, just because it's a completely different world over there anyway for entertainment sort of thing. But the Halloween Horror Nights are amazing.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I've been
absolutely
amazing.
amazing.
We've been to Florida a couple of times.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
We did the Hollywood side as well a couple of years ago, and so good. So the way
I saw your video of the Water World ride.
Oh yeah,
that looked good.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go in the Saw maze in Thorpe Park, but every time I've been, it's been shut.
Really?
We did the Walking Dead one in Thorpe Park.
All right.
They've got a Walking Dead ride, but it's very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. I think
is that the one on the dock? Because that used to be the Saw. It used to be the Saw maze right next to the Saw ride.
I'm not sure.
Right,
I'm not sure.
Right next to the water.
They converted it from something else and made it into the Walking Dead, but they didn't really do much to. It wasn't much at all. It wasn't very good.
No.
It's just the fact that they could do it overnight, like literally within a few hours, and then you go in and it was like a completely different park.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I know.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the effort they put in for the Halloween Horror Nights, the amount of actors and stuff they have going on, crazy.
I'd love to have seen it like The Walking Dead and stuff, like the one in Florida.
The Walking
I'd love
Dead.
to see that.
Got to go to the shop by everyone.
See you later, Keely.
Hi,
Thank
Keely.
you. That was the Exorcism. Exorcism. The Exorcist, you mean?
Yeah, I can pretty imagine so.
I don't really think it's very scary, The Exorcist, so do you?
Dave,
It's very long as well. It's long and drawn out.
I think it was the setup, like where she's obviously comes in to see her parents and she pees on the carpet, and then it just goes pretty quick downhill from there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think probably the bit that scared people most was probably the crucifix bit, because that wasn't obviously very nice, but and the head spinning.
Head spinner, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a NECA figure thing with the bed, with the girl on the bed.
Yeah, I've got one of them down here.
With the head spinner on it.
Yeah.
Press a button and the head spins.
Yeah, I've got that.
That's good, that one. It's
Yeah,
worth a bit of money, that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's worth about a ton.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's going on eBay tomorrow.
I was about to offer him a tenner for it, Chris.
Sorry, mate.
I think it's the NECA one. I can't even get to it. I've got so much stuff cramped in here.
Yeah, now you can't find it, can you?
I can't get to anything. It's a bloody nightmare. So much stuff. I've literally just about got my seat to sit on. But I've got the Comic-Con Mezco Goonies key as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome, that.
It's a nice one. It's got the shiny bits on it and that.
That's cool, that.
You've got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Is all your stuff still in boxes, Chris?
I've kept all the boxes. Some stuff is boxed up, some isn't. The stuff that's in cabinets on display at the moment is not boxed, but all the boxes are in the loft.
No, I mean, is there a lot of stuff that's still packed away of yours?
Oh, yeah, loads. I've got a lot of stuff still packed away. Queenie said about that film on Netflix, it's pretty sad, not really that scary. I guess it depends what you class.
Hey, Chris.
Everyone's different, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think everyone's having a bit of a chat about lockdown.
Oh, great!
Plenty of time to watch movies, I would say.
Yeah, loads of time. I've got about 2,500 DVDs to go through, so I'm all right.
You should be all right.
Yeah.
So are we all in lockdown again?
Yeah, I think
apparently so. Yeah, it's going that way.
I think it's as of next week.
It is going that way.
Good old Boris was supposed to have his thing about 6:30, I think. Probably delayed it till 7 by the look of it. Was it? Yeah, I agree with you, Tori. That's the thing, is that the Exorcist in its day, nobody had seen anything like it, had they? So nowadays you sort of look at it.
In those days, it was all raw acting and props. It wasn't all CGI, and it wasn't like they didn't have what they had now. It was more raw acting, and it was the acting. It was like you say, it was the soundtrack that went along to it. It was just all more things that made it raw and real, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Here's a question. Out of all the stuff that you sort of buy, how much of it do you think I'll keep myself?
All of it.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? You'd be like, no, I'll have that.
I've got this from Black Hawk Down, and I keep thinking, there's a few £100 sat there, and then I think, no, I'm going to keep it.
How do you even go about selling that, though? Would you be getting in trouble?
I used to have a website, and then so like I could sell things like that through the website, but like I've got contacts all over the place, so I sort of, if I wanted to sell it, I could sell it easy enough.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah.
What kind of value do you think you've got in that room?
Just in this room alone, I don't know, it's got to be.
I mean, that Chupa Chups cap's worth a fair bit, I know.
Well, that's worth about 10 grand. So I don't know. There's probably, I've got a storage bit on the side, and that's probably I would say probably 15, 20 grand sat about in here. And then I've got the
Bloody hell.
storage unit and that. But it's and then we've got the stables. It's got all the Into the Badlands, all the thrones from the Into the Badlands, and the big building banners and flags and weapons and stuff. And there's stuff dating back to, I mean, we've got stuff from the Carry On films, Carry On Constable, Joan Sims' tunic from Carry On Constable, and things from Bridge Over the River Kwai. I mean, my brother's also got a sergeant's hat from one of his hats that he wore in Full Metal Jacket, signed by him.
No way. That's what I thought.
Yeah, signed by, and he's dead now, isn't he? So, so he's got
Yeah.
that signed by. Loads of stuff.
What's the labyrinth thing you got there in the background?
That's a game. Just a game. I paid £4. It's a Ravensburger game. I paid £4 from the charity shop.
It's not from the film Labyrinth, is it?
No.
No.
Talking about tall people, I mean, I'm not tall. I'm only 5'5". But look how tall Sam Jones is.
DL.
I mean, Brian's a lot taller than me, but Sam's 6'4", 6'5". But on the film, he doesn't look that tall on the film.
Do you reckon you'll pick up Flash Garden then?
Huh?
Do you reckon you'll pick up the new Flash Garden Blu-ray release or what?
Oh yeah, I will do. But I was hoping to get a free one from Brian, but my brother only got one. My brother's got one, and I said to him, "I'll see if you can get another one." He said they were really stingy about sending out them ones.
It's 15 quid.
What? No. I want the full box set with all the.
Oh, I see.
The flash patch and the DVD,
cool.
the Blu-ray, the after. Because actually, my brother is on the After Flash DVD. He was at something with Brian, and he got caught on the video. So actually, my brother's on it. Yeah, it's about 60 quid.
Bloody hell.
So
Fair enough.
but I say it's got the So On Flash patch and everything.
We went last year to see the Exorcist theatre play. It was very much like the movie, and there were parents with young teenagers who got. Wow, I didn't know there was a theatre version of it.
I didn't know there was.
I tell you what is good though, the Back to the Future musical is amazing.
Yeah, I've not seen that. That does look good. I was thinking about the Only Fools and Horses one as well. That could look quite.
Yeah,
good.
I want to see that at some point.
Who takes the kids to the Exorcist theatre play?
Random, innit?
That sounds like a good show to go and see. Come on, kids.
Family night out.
I know, yeah. I know.
We go there and then we're going to have a McDonald's.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, Queenie. We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, so sad.
Yeah, it's bad that.
My brother's absolutely Bond mad. That's if he had to choose one thing, it'd be Bond.
Oh,
So,
I've got them all. I love them.
He did text me today and said that Sean Connery's gone, and I said, yeah, I know.
What's your favourite thing in there, Richard? What's your favourite item?
Oh God.
Ask him his top 5 movies. That's easier.
Oh God.
If you had to sell everything and keep one thing, what would you keep?
Oh God! What, out of everything I've ever had, or everything I've got?
You got that?
Oh, in here?
Yeah. Show us your favourite item.
I've got. I don't know if I'm about reading.
Surely his favourite item is not like tucked to the back somewhere.
I've got
it's on show.
I've got a Back to the Future cat clock over there with a tail that goes, but it's not that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it.
We'll know in a second when it all falls down.
You will do when you hear clashes and bangs. This is quite cool. It'd be either the Black Hawk Down gun or this, which is a.
What's that? A bloody whip?
No, it's a spear, and it's from the Scorpion King's tomb in The Mummy 2.
No way.
When Brendan Fraser goes to fight, he goes in with Imhotep or whatever his name is to fight the Scorpion King. These are sticking out of. He's got loads of like fire pits in there, and these are what was stuck out of the fire pit, around the fire pit. So it's got all the Egyptian stuff on and that.
Nice.
I got that for a bargain. I think I nicked that off of eBay. It's worth a couple, 200-300 quid maybe. I would have thought on a good day. I think I got that for something silly like 20 odd quid. It was
No
ridiculous.
way.
Love a bit of auction sniping.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
is most of your stuff, most of your movie gear, memorabilia, is it just by buying it online, or is it through connections or what?
No, I bought that online, but most of our stuff, because obviously we buy and sell, and we've been doing it for years. Like most of our stuff is connections that work on the films. You know, one of our guys has worked on 5 films with Brad Pitt, so he's done the World War Z, he's done Fury, he's done Allied with him. You know, he's done, so like it's just most of it, I would say, is contacts.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Definitely.
hope you feel better, Queenie.
So what happens with, like, when the film finishes? Is that when do staff members and crew members get to buy stuff, or did they get given stuff?
Sometimes they're allowed to take bits, or you know, sometimes at the end of them they just do like a sale and sell it off.
Mm.
A lot of the films, like Gladiator and stuff, they'll reuse all the swords and shields and
For the theme,
bows
sort of
and
time.
arrows, and they'll reuse them on, for example, Alexander.
Mm.
So a lot of it's reused, but then a lot of the stuff like arrows and bits and pieces, like when they filmed Gladiator, they done a big battle scene on a field, and just I know someone that went up there and just collected all the arrows and that up. There was loads of
Yeah.
props just literally left in the field.
Right.
I mean, you can still go to places in Spain and pick up stuff from Troy,
Mm.
because it's just stuff that was just left on set, so it's like been buried on the beaches and stuff like that.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then people like Warner Brothers, they don't want stuff getting sold, so they'll just burn the whole lot. They'll destroy every single prop.
What's the point in that?
Really?
Yeah,
Why
they
wouldn't
just
they
don't want-
try and get some money back from it, even if they were selling it themselves?
because they just don't want people to have it.
Stupid.
Strange.
So that's what some of these big firms, they're not interested in people having it. They're not interested in the money. They make their money from the films, you know, and they just don't want people having it. So I know someone that got told to burn had to make a big bonfire and burn all the arrows and the wooden shields and swords and everything.
Just
I couldn't
crazy.
do it.
Crazy.
But
Some
I
of
don't
these
get it.
props-
I don't get it, because it's like, if someone buys it and then passes it on, and then someone like you comes on YouTube, starts talking about the film, and it keeps the film alive, doesn't it? And then people think, oh, I'll go and watch that, or I'll go and buy it. And it kind of, it's very short-sighted to think that not to let these props go out into the wild, because
100%.
eventually it will support the original film, won't it?
Yeah.
100%. But say, you know, some of these big firms, I think Warner Brothers is the biggest one. They just don't like, sometimes they'll do a film and they'll do a sale and get rid of bits. But like you'd say, things like with the weapons and stuff, they just don't want it getting out there. They just don't want people having it.
Hmm.
So they'd rather destroy it.
Mental that.
That's awful, isn't it? What a
Crazy.
such a waste.
Crazy.
Just
Absolutely
such a
nuts.
Dragonfly says The Hitcher, The Omen, The
that's a good
Shining,
film.
Halloween, my favourites. Yep, some good
Yeah.
ones there. We mentioned some of those.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer was brilliant in that.
Yeah, Burning It sounds like design. Just crazy. I find that so awful.
And when you're so passionate about films and props, and it just seems like such a waste.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
I'm just looking back on my list. I've only got one more. I mean, I had the original It on my list, but that's already been mentioned. The only other thing that really scared me was the original The Thing. That was with all those sort of freaky sort of shaped monsters, creatures made out of people's faces and heads and arms and stuff. That was the remake was not a patch on the original. And again, I think because the original was all like props and puppets and genuine sort of effects, not CGI stuff. Have you got any more, Richard?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, there was just there was just so many of them. I mean, you know, it was just not necessarily the film. It was just bits in the films, like the Puppet Master with the weird little horrible puppets and stuff like that. You know, it was just things like that. And not all the Freddy Krueger scared me, but when he had like the needles, the syringes on his hands and stuff like that, and it was just where like obviously where he killed Johnny Depp in the film and all that, where he comes out there, it's just like it's more bits and pieces than the whole film. But that is what makes the film. It's, you know, it's the scares, it's the jumps. It's not going to be they're not going to make films that scare you all the way through. They got to let you get into that little thing, oh, start relaxing, and then they do you again. It's just things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Any more, Steve?
Well, I mean, it's probably more of a sci-fi, but I'd probably go with something like Aliens.
Yeah.
Another
good film.
Aliens, as in the second one, more than the first.
No, all right. We'll go with the Aliens franchise.
Okay.
I would have, you know, I'd probably say the first one, especially. But I mean, the class them as a sci-fi, or would you say it's
sci-fi horror, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. But that they were on the edge of your seat stuff. That was Mark. I said The Fly earlier. It was horrible. That was.
I remember seeing a film once. I can't remember the name of it, and I don't know. It was these people moved in next door, and they were having a party, and it was just weird because at the end of it, they were all stuck together. They were like literally sucking people into them. I can't remember. I thought it was called something like Society or something like that, but it was just a weird film. And in the end of it, they were just all like stuck together in this big blob of people. I can't remember the film, but that was a bit one that sort of made you think. I
seem to remember something like that.
Yeah, really strange film. I think it might have had. I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking it had the guy out of oh no, was that something else? I'm thinking of the dad out of American Pie. He was in one as well, and it was a similar sort of thing. Or he might have wished to lose weight, and he started losing all of his weight and sucking in and like turning skeletal. I can't remember. There's some really disturbing.
If you remember what it is, put it in the.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Goat Jazz says Warner Brothers are quite strict with their rights. Always have been. Used to visit video shops to make sure they didn't rent copies and had rental copies only. Christ.
Yeah.
I think that's probably because the rental copies are about £50 a blooming VHS or something.
Yeah.
That's why they're worth so much now, aren't they? The rental ones.
Well, I remember there was a little rental place up near me, and she used to tell me how much they sort of spent on them. It was a ridiculous amount for what was a VHS.
Yeah. I think with all their studios and with all their everything else, you know, that they've got, I think, you know, obviously Warner Brothers don't want, they don't need the money, but they don't want anyone else to make money from them. And I think that's what it is.
Right. Yeah. I think they've got a studio tour in Los Angeles, Warner Brothers. Because I'm sure it was Warner Brothers, because we were looking like for, you know, what we could do in LA, and we went to Universal, and then we found that there was a Warner Brothers there as well, and I think you could do a tour there, but we never did it. We didn't have time, but I don't know whether we should have done that or not, really, but never mind. If anyone wants to join our Facebook group, we've got a Facebook group, Movie Chats. Just search Movie Chats on Facebook and you will find it. Lane is on in a bit. Lane's channel, Big Girls Really Do Cry. She's doing a Halloween party or something. I'm not sure exactly what, but she's got something for Halloween going on. I think that's on at 8 o'clock. So we'll wrap up shortly so that you can go and watch that if you want to. Gig. Shame they don't. Shame they don't have movie museum. What, Warner Brothers? You mean? They could have saved it all.
I thought the studio tours had stopped now in Warner Brothers.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about the Harry Potter and all that. I've not even been up to the Harry Potter one. I want to go up there, but
Oh, we've been
I
twice.
don't think I've ever watched the whole. I don't think I've ever watched the whole Harry Potter film.
Oh, don't say that to Annabelle. She's watched 2 this afternoon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. In bed watching
I've
2.
had a load of the props out of it. I had a load of the cloaks and the
She loves
scarves
it.
and stuff.
She loves it.
Mm.
Uh,
I've always fancied, because I live down by the coast. I've always said to my wife, you know, she'd always thought about a nice little coffee shop or a little cafe, and obviously, like, you've got the what's the big Hard Rock cafes do it, but I've always thought I'd like to have a little cafe, but theme it out and just have loads of mannequins with film props and stuff on.
That's
Film
a good
props
idea, isn't it?
framed and
yeah, it's a
cased.
great idea. Yeah, I mean, that's what we wanted to do. That's why we moved to Devon. We
But
wanted
that's
to
my
open,
ideal goal.
yeah, but we wanted to open a movie cafe down here in Devon, but we moved here and then lockdown happened, and now it's like a massive risk to even think
Yeah.
about a business like that.
Yeah, I mean, I say me and my wife met in Brixham. That's where we met. Love Devon, but yeah,
There's nothing like that down here, and we've been to most of the towns in sort of South Devon, South Hams, Plymouth area. There is nothing. There is no movie cafe round
there's
here.
nothing round near me. There's nothing round near me. The closest thing you'll get is Hard Rock Cafe in London.
Yeah,
and I've always wanted, because I've had so many decent props. You know, we're talking about Alien. We had a full-size sleep chamber from Aliens. My brother had it on his front drive for about 2 years in a wooden crate. And then
Wow.
and then a guy in Birmingham bought it. So we hired a van, drove it up to Birmingham, got it up to his house, and we couldn't get it in the door.
No way.
We told him the size of it. He thought he'd measured it right. He didn't measure it right. He had to have his front window taken out. So we had to get it under a cover. He had to have his front window taken out, got it in the house, and then his wife didn't want it in the house, so he had to get it back out. True story.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we ever do get round to opening a cafe, I'll come back to you, Richard, and I'll say, do me some deals get me some props.
I'll do you some good deals. I'll do you some good deals. But yeah, that's what that's what I'd like to do. Like,
That'd be amazing.
Little coffee shop, cafeteria, and come and have your breakfast with Freddy Krueger and
Brilliant.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Totally what we were trying to do, but we can't do it at the moment.
No, it's hard times. You can't start something like that now.
You can't risk it, and if you do, you got to have a lot behind you.
Yeah.
Tori's mentioned this before. He used to work for an international executive of Warner Brothers. I was their children's nanny, got loads of merch and got to travel a lot.
Oh, what a great job. What a great job.
Yeah.
Fantastic job.
Goat Jack says, where are you based?
I'm in Littlehampton, West Sussex.
Whereabouts?
Even my son's mum.
London is West Sussex.
Sorry?
Whereabouts in regards sort of London? So if you're looking at a map
to get to London, it'll take me about an hour and 20 minutes drive. Is
it south of London?
Yeah. I'm as far south as you can go. If you go any further south, you get wet.
Right. So right on the coast.
Yeah, right on the coast. But I'm literally half hour's drive along the coast from Brighton.
Right. I get you.
But I was saying that my son's mum, I'm not with her now, but she used to clean Tom Hardy's house, and I was well gutted because, like, you know, what a great job to have.
Yeah,
a brilliant actor. I mean, he was good in Venom. I thought he was.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Absolutely brilliant. And Bane.
He's in Waterlooville.
Oh, that's not far from me. Yep, that's not far from me. I think Leanne Hill's down that way as well.
I don't know where any of these places are.
Yeah, Waterlooville's about 30 minutes drive, I think.
Just see if there's anything else in the chat before we wrap up. Don't try
Tori's saying she used to go to loads of premieres.
Here we go. This is service for you.
Oh, look at that. Well, my wife's nowhere to be seen, so she's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
My son
you
keeps
need to get well trained like I have.
Thank
Should kill me in a minute. Right, guys, thank you very much for joining us on the show, and you're welcome to come back on anytime, Richard.
Cheers, thanks for having me on.
You put us all to shame with your movie.
yeah, I need to know.
I just love it.
Figures. It just doesn't compare.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've learned something new because I'm going to get that Exorcist toy out and get that on eBay.
I said 100 quid, but then that was the last time I looked at it when I first bought it.
Last time I looked was a couple of 2 or 3 years ago, and it was about, I think you could pick them up for about 20 quid back then.
No way, you've got to get more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you can probably, it's got to be somewhere between 60 and 100, I think.
That'll do me.
Yeah, but thanks, Richard. Thank you very much. Been good having
thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Welcome to come on.
I've had good fun.
Tori's made a good point. You're spoiled, Chris.
Probably. She's actually, I tell you what, she does this every time I'm on like live. She tries to make herself look like good and that. Like,
amazing. Warning listings.
Well, she's part of the Chopper Chops crew.
She is. No, she's very good. She looks after me. Thanks, Steve, as well. Thanks, Oliver Ian.
Oh, guys.
Appreciate you being on, as always, our resident guest.
No, I wasn't. I was expecting to have a bit more quiet time, but they came home earlier than expected.
It doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. It's life, innit? Life goes on. And it really doesn't.
I've always got the decent lighting, as you can tell.
Yeah, my lighting is not great. I was saying that to Chris.
Oh, it's so dark. Look at it. It's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. It's just it's either too little or too much.
Showing all the stuff that's not listed behind him.
I would say 90% of my stock's not listed. That's probably about right.
You might be glad of that soon now for the next month.
Yeah, that's what everyone says at the minute.
We've not really said much about Dave. Dave Repairs has been been on there. I've not said much to him.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Sorry.
He's pretty much apologise. We've ignored you a bit tonight.
Well, thanks everyone, and thanks to the chat as well for being interactive.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Joining us. Thank you. And Queenies sums it up. Happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy whatever films you're going to go off and watch.
I'm going to try and find that one on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, I am as well.
Well, I think I'm going to have a little watch at that one as well.
All right. We'll see you again soon, mate.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers then. Bye.